Okay, let's try this one more time. Try to make it as concise as possible. I have a lot of magazine games now, and one of the things I've been looking into is different ideas for storage of those magazine games. I don't want to just throw them. I've got a bunch of comic style boxes, but they're specifically magazine sized. I don't want to just throw those in there and then put them in the basement and I never actually get to the games themselves and they kind of go away hidden. I liked having them on my bookshelf, but I didn't like just having the magazines stacked there for fear of like damaging them, even though they were in bags and things. So I found that this idea seems to be working and I'm really digging it. Magazine-sized bags and backing boards. I went today to a local place. It's a bookstore slash comic shop, and they had magazine boards that they sell by the dozen. So instead of having to commit to buying like 50 boards and then I only use 15 of them, I just bought 2 dozen of them to go with the remaining bags that I had left. I think I had around 24 bags left too, surprisingly enough. So that you can find at any of your comic book shops, I'm sure, if you go hunting. Then came the issue of D. Blake Wirtz and I had won a bunch of Aries magazines, and the ones that he shipped me were in these fantastic sleeves that fit into a binder, and I loved that idea. I loved that added protection. I loved the ability to say, you know, maybe those will fit nicely into a nice sturdy solid binder that then I can put on the shelf and display them that way and have them accessible. So I went and I ended up buying 2 different sizes, and I'll explain that in a moment. I went to Staples. This is the Staples brand. It's heavyweight sheet protectors. They're 3.3 mil thickness, PVC free, latex free. They're 25 top loading sheets. They're specific for their archival quality. So I liked the looks of those, so I grabbed those. I was standing in line and started thinking, I wonder if the width is going to be good enough since they're letter size. I don't know if that width is going to work with the magazine size bag and board, plus everything else that's going to fit in, has to fit in the sleeve. I don't know if that's going to work. So I went back and had another look, and these are the ones that I ended up using. So thank God I had a look. They're the Avery brand. You can buy them in packs of 10. I think this cost me about $2.50 Canadian. They're still PVC free. They're not archival quality or anything like that, but that didn't matter. Since I was bagging and boarding the magazines anyway, I wasn't too worried about the thickness of these or the archival quality or getting high quality. So that worked fantastic, and I'm really glad that I did. I tried one of these. Thankfully, it was a resealable packaging, so I can take it back and use the money for something else. They fit really nicely in this. So this is what I ended up doing. If you look, here's Barbarian Kings, for example. So the magazine is in a bag and a board, which is put into the sleeve. And then on the back, outside of it, is the map. And in some cases, there'll be the chits or the counters as well, or any extraneous material that came with it, like order forms or something like that. So that seemed to work really, really well. And then the next issue was storage. Finding a binder that was suitable. Let me just clear some of this away. And through trial and error, my wife had a bunch of binders, and I tried them out. There was no luck. So what it came down to was the ring part of the binder was always sitting on the spine. So then when you went to close it, it did one of those. You folded it over. The magazine stuck out a few inches or a couple of inches from this side. They were rolling over on top of each other on this side. So a bit of digging again at Staples, and I found this style that has a straight up and down. So instead of it being a ring all the way around, it's just a straight up and down. One side is vertical, I guess. So they could slide on really easily. And then the placement was on that back part. So as you're putting them onto the ring, it's already sitting in position. It's already tucked in enough into the edge of the binder that when you close it up, you're sitting with that, which is great. And then this entire thing will sit on my bookshelf. I'll make a nice little label for the end there, and problem solved. I'll take you a little flip through it. The thing was, these magazines came in such fantastic shape. I wanted to keep up the shape that I got them in, and this just seemed like the best method. I could get everything that I printed off on the Board Game Geek site. I could also fit into the sleeve if there was extra rules or cheat sheets or stuff like that. And it all just displays really, really nicely. Magazine cover on one side. Turning it over, you get the map. Most of the times the map has the name of the game too, so you can display it that way. And it solves my problems as far as storage is concerned, and does it really, really nicely. There's one game with the tokens still in it, the chits still in it, which will come out right away as I continue playing these games. So yeah, Damocles Mission, for example, didn't have anything else, so it's just the magazine. I mean, it's a little extra anal putting the magazine in a bag and a board too, but that's just the way that I am. I want to make sure that these stay in pristine condition. So there you have it. There's my storage solution for the Ares magazine games. Yeah, thanks very much for watching.